Crazy purchases, costly divorce settlements, irresponsible management by their accountants, buying an entire city, and even investing everything in a video game company. These are just some of the poor decisions made by celebrities who went completely broke. We'll start off with the one and only 50 Cent. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson was one of the wealthiest people on earth, but he had to file for bankruptcy because of a very, because of a sex tape. Yeah, you heard that right. 50 Cent rose to fame in the early 2000s. To be fair, he's still one of the most popular rappers in the industry as he performed at the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. But not long ago, he was struggling financially. Struggling is in fact the light term to use when describing the situation he found himself in. As mentioned before, the rapper rose to fame in the 2000s with his debut album Get Rich or Die Tryin', which was the best-selling album of the year. With such popularity, he had no trouble with money, and he was making more and more money when he decided to invest in a number of different businesses, including Vitamin Water, with total earnings of approximately $100 to $150 million. So what happened? Well, a couple of bad investments, and by 2015, he was deeply in debt. The rapper filed for bankruptcy that year, claiming nearly $36 million in debt. He filed for bankruptcy shortly after a court order required him to pay $7 million to Lestonia Leveston, the ex-girlfriend of rapper Rick Ross. Believe it or not, he posted a sex tape of her online. The rapper also lost about $10 million in bad investments. Per report by The Hollywood Reporter, he also owed money to his stylist, his barber, and his fitness coach. The next celebrity went completely broke because, well, he bought a 70-million-year-old dinosaur skull. Yes, we're talking about Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is without a doubt a person who made some of the most questionable purchases in the world. I mean, what would you do with a 70-million-year-old dinosaur skull? Why do you need to keep such a thing at home? The actor faced financial troubles for a long time. First, he bought several expensive properties around the world. Then he purchased a 9-foot-tall burial tomb, an octopus, shrunken pygmy heads, a $150,000 Superman comic, and the previously mentioned dinosaur skull. Oh, he had to return the dinosaur skull because, as reported, the skull was previously stolen by the people who sold it to Cage. Celebrities are just like us, right? Is this crazier than buying a town in Georgia? Keep watching to find out who bought a whole freaking town. The next celeb on our list is Sly Stone. This case is more complicated because, as The Hollywood Reporter notes, Sly Stone recently revealed he's homeless. He currently lives out of a van and filed for bankruptcy because of substance abuse, poor management, and spending more than he should have. Kim Basinger, on the other hand, purchased a town in Georgia. According to The Hollywood Star, you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Kim Basinger was one of the most popular stars in the film industry. The actress rose to fame in the 1980s when she appeared in The Natural and Batman. By 1989, Basinger made an interesting decision when she bought most of the land in Braselton, Georgia for $20 million. And just to be clear, $20 million now and $20 million back in the 80s are two completely different amounts. Back then, she planned to transform Braselton into a tourist attraction with major recording and movie production studios, per report by the Chicago Tribune. But things weren't going according to her plan, and the purchase proved to be a bad investment. In the 1990s, Basinger was acting in various film projects including Boxing Helena, a role she took in 1991, but she got into a fight with Boxing Helena co-producer Carl Mazzacone and screenwriter Jennifer Lynch, who decided to take her off the project. In 1993, Basinger filed for bankruptcy with a net worth of approximately $5 million. Now, who the hell invested everything in a single video game? It's Curt Schilling. There's a lot of money in the sports industry, that's for sure. And if anyone knows this, it's Curt Schilling, a pitcher for baseball teams like the Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. According to Celebrity Net Worth, Curt was once one of the most prominent names in the sports industry, with him earning over $114 million throughout his baseball career. But then, he had to retire, and thus, he had to make some investments in order to keep living the same lavish lifestyle he was used to. Schilling showed a particular interest in the video game industry and in 2006 created 38 studios. The problem is that he invested everything he had in a single game company and thus lost everything he had. In an interview with the Boston radio show he said that one of the going concerns from day one of creating the company is that they needed to raise capital. We tried for a long time to do that, and it didn't come to fruition. He invested $50 million into the company and was given a $75 million loan from the state of Rhode Island and $5 to $10 million from other investors. And after many financial struggles, the company was forced to file for bankruptcy, claiming $150.7 million in debt and only $21.7 million in assets. Per report by NBC News, in the same interview, Curt said he feels like he's tapped out because the money he had earned and saved in baseball was all gone. He put everything in his name in his company and believed in it. He finished the interview by saying, "I'm not asking for sympathy, that was my choice. This is why money management is an important thing. What do you guys think about this? Would you ever invest everything you have in a single thing?" The next person we talk about is the one and only Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had many ups and downs in his career. Luckily, he's managed to get out of bankruptcy, believe it or not. He secured himself a net worth of $400 million over the course of 20 years. But the former heavyweight champion managed to spend it all. Wondering how? How the hell could someone spend so much money? Well, you can spend $400 million on things like Bengal tigers, a $2 million bathtub, and of course, the most expensive jewelry in the world. He filed for bankruptcy in 2003 and shifted careers since. He now focuses on the film industry with appearances in The Hangover Part 2 and White Chicks. Another celebrity who struggled financially because of poor life decisions is Ed McMahon. John William Carson was an American television host, comedian, writer, and producer. Viewers mostly recognize him as the host of The Tonight Show starring John Carson. He also faced many ups and downs in his life, and in 2008, lenders went after him for $644,000 owed on a $4.8 million home loan. When asked how he went broke, he told Larry King that the biggest problem was that he spent more money than he was making. The fact that he went through a couple of divorces didn't help. The last celebrity we'll discuss is Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan made a recent comeback, and I'm so happy that she managed to return to our small screens after everything that happened to her. The Mean Girls actress has been through countless financial difficulties in the past because she continued to live a lavish lifestyle while facing legal troubles. While dealing with financial struggles, she was buying luxury cars including a Porsche 911 Carrera, a Maserati, and a Mercedes-Benz SL65. She then purchased a mansion in Hollywood and an apartment in New York City. Spending money on designer clothing and accessories including shoes, handbags, and jewelry didn't help too. But the biggest reason she filed for bankruptcy was that she had legal fees. Her legal struggles were followed by simple arrests and DUI convictions. These things resulted in significant legal fees and court costs. We also know that you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. While the actress has made some poor financial decisions in the past, it's worth noting that she has also worked hard to return to the film industry, and more importantly, she is now better at managing her income. See you in the next video.